Hi everyone, my name is Daphne Rukundo Uwimana. I work at KTA Advocates. I'm a lawyer by profession. Exclusively, I am Kenneth Mohanji's executive assistant, who is the brains behind all this. Yes, and I'm glad to be here.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, Daphne. Very excited to have you. I want to talk a little bit about the KTA Symposium.
Okay.
But before we do, I have a quick question for you. Trivia, literally 10 seconds to answer it. Can you mention a celebrity or two who have performed at past symposiums?
Oh my god, celebrity. We'll come back to that one.
I'm going to pass that one.
We'll come back to that one.
Let's pass that one. Just let me ask you a frequently asked question.
Okay.
So I've seen the program, and there's something about networking cafes or world cafes. Can you help us understand what that is?
Okay, so the symposium over the years has taken different formats, but this is been majorly informed by the objectives that we intend to achieve for that particular year. And this year, in particular, our objectives are to be able to develop 3 sufficient white papers, and these white papers are spread across the 3 different days, where we have day 1 that will be about innovation, day 2 the creative economy, and day 3 on culture heritage. So for us to be able to get this information, we saw it fit that the World Cafe would be the most seemingly better option to go with. And how the World Cafe format is, the way it happens is that we chose particular experts, and we decided that when you look at the ecosystem, it's governed by 5 particular key players who are government officials, industry players, policy experts. And so that's the criteria we went with while selecting the people that would be placed on these tables. So the way it works is that we have 4 different tables that have been given designated topics, and each of those tables will have a representative from the government, will have a representative that is a policy expert, somebody that is on the industry, that is in the industry doing exactly what's on the market. And the reason why we saw that the World Cafe would be the best option is because we want to be able to come up with policies that are complementary to what's on the market. So having an opinion from somebody in government on what government is doing, having a policy expert to advise on the direction that these white papers will take, having somebody from the industry letting us know, oh, this is what's actually happening on ground. I believe that with this format that we decided to take on this year, we'll be able to have sufficient white papers that then in turn could become laws that, will make Uganda a better place. I mean, happy independence.
It is the month.
It is the month.
Sounds very engaging. They love to see it. That means people like me can come, meet the creatives.
Definitely, because day 1 is about innovation. I mean, everyone in the world is innovating, and when you look at day 1, we want to see how can Uganda scale its position in the Global Innovation Index. Right now, we are 121 out of 132 countries, so I think we can definitely do better because people are innovating. Day 1 will be at the Unipod, and it's an innovation hub, so I mean, there's no better way that we can try to bring this to the public and to the front. Day 2 is about the creatives. Everywhere you go right now, there's a creative underneath somewhere doing something amazing. And so for this sector not to be regulated, for this sector not to be, not to have a policy that's guiding it, I feel like is a bit dangerous. And so that's why we've also decided, okay, the creative economy has the ability to contribute highly to the GDP. So I mean, this is why we're doing what we're doing, so that they're able to equally benefit as much from their work, because that's what intellectual property is, creation of the minds, and no one wins creatives in creating. So yeah, I mean, and then day 3, of course, culture heritage. We all come from somewhere, we all have an identity, and with technology coming every other day, it's so easy for us to get lost in the new culture. And so for us to have a semblance of a law that is able to protect what our ancestors have done and what they continue to do, that's why you realize we are having part of the program on day 3. We'll talk about the innovation fireplace, how innovation and culture come together. And then we will have an identity talk where we're having representatives from different kingdoms speaking as to how they've been able to preserve their kingdoms. And so I feel like out of all those conversations, it will give us a good foundation that we can start with when we are creating this law that's going to protect our heritage. I for one, am sure that you have seen the barcloth go beyond the boundaries of Uganda. But when you look at how the people in the diaspora use the barcloth, they use it as another material. And yet where we come from, this is heritage, this is royalty. It's considered royal by the Baganda culture, by the Baganda people. So this is why we're doing what we're doing, because we need to preserve our culture heritage as Uganda and the tribes therein. The creatives need to flourish, innovation, so everything is complementary into one. Yeah.
Okay, all right, thanks. So one last question.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to the most this year?
Oh my God, the discussions, because my previous experience with the World Cafe is that when you engage people and you're asking people what it is they think about things, they are really willing to let you know. So I'm excited to see the opinions that people have. Take for example, day one, we are reviewing the IP policy that was passed 5 years ago. So it's interesting to hear people in the pharmaceutical industry talk about why they think we're not patenting medicines up to this time, and yet it goes without saying we have Covidex that we produced during the COVID period, and it was the primary drug that even up to now people still use. So just having people have those heartfelt discussions is really what I'm looking forward to. But on all the days, day one and day two and day three, we have the discussions and just having people go back and forth with each other.
Hi everyone, my name is Musoke Christopher Asher. I am an associate at KTA Advocates, attached to the TMT practice group. At TMT, we look at technology, media and telecommunications, intellectual property and sustainability practice.
What is the theme of this year's symposium?
KTA's 7th Symposium is looking at localized intellectual property in the digital era. So because we understand that Uganda is a country that is gifted by nature, and given the different tribes, settings and communities, Ugandans have what we call cultural heritage. Instances, factors and aspects such as Maberega Nyina Mwiru, we have the long-horned cattle, among others. These are key aspects that must be protected using intellectual property.
So for the laymen who don't know what it means for this symposium to be attached to 10 CLE points, can you help us understand what that is?
In understanding how this symposium is also part of the activities of the Uganda Society calendar, which attracts the 10 CLE points, is a threefold figure. One, it's not just about coming to attend, associate, and then interact with people at the conference or at the symposium. No. Two, we are looking at learning. Because as lawyers, we learn from each and every day and every hour. So a lawyer who is really good at knowing the recent developments and also to understand in details how intellectual property can protect the cultural heritage within the Uganda's ecosystem is one of those ways through which lawyers will be able to understand. And because as a lawyer, each and every calendar year, you must at least have 20 points for you to have your practice certificate renewed for another year. So they'll need these 10 points so that at least they can have their pieces renewed on top of that.
Okay, so it's an important hook for advocates in particular.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
All right. Hi, Zaina, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. How's the day going?
It is going really, really well.
Feeling relaxed?
Yeah,
Feeling chill?
I am.
Okay, love it.
am.
What do you do here at KTA?
I have been doing my clerkship with KTA Advocates, and yeah, so I've been here for the last 3 months.
Okay, exciting stuff.
Yes.
So the symposium is coming up.
The symposium is coming up.
Just have a couple of questions.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Who gave the opening remarks at the 2023 KTA Symposium?
The 2023 KTA Symposium, that would be Asmahani Saad. She's a partner at KTA, and at that time she gave the opening remarks.
Look at you knowing things.
Yeah.
Look at you knowing all of the things. You're that intern.
Yes, I am that person.
Okay. Okay, so the KTA Symposium is in just a few days. The clock is ticking.
Yes.
I have a couple of questions that people have been asking.
Okay.
I feel like you're the person to ask.
I am. What do you
It's
need to know? What
It's
do you
you.
need
Okay.
to know?
So, for the KTA Symposium, if
Okay.
I am just a person who is interested, can I come and attend in person?
Unfortunately, we can't have everyone attend in person. However, we have some invited guests that will be able to attend. And then the rest of the people who would love to attend will have an opportunity to register and attend online. So that's the option we have for the uninvited people, per se. Yeah.
And is that limited to lawyers? Because I just have to ask, because
Oh,
KTA
no.
advocates.
Oh, definitely not just lawyers. So to the general public, if you know you're interested in innovation, intellectual property, everything creativity, please, you're welcome. That would be the space for you to learn a lot about intellectual property, technology, digitization, all of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, hi everyone, my name is Kenneth Chipalu. I am an associate partner here at KTA and I am the practice head dispute resolution. I am excited to speak to you this afternoon about the KTA Symposium, which is happening from the 23rd to 25th October. And I look forward to being with you and sharing all the experiences about technology, culture, heritage, and how technology can be used as a driver for preservation of our culture.
Thank you so much, Kenneth. It's exciting to have you join us for a few conversations. I have just one question. As a partner at KTA, I'm curious to know, what are you really looking forward to this year at the 3-day symposium?
I am really looking forward to learning the intersection between culture, law, especially when it comes to intellectual property. Cultures, at least from what I know, are always overtaken or superseded by what they call superior cultures. And it's important for us to know and learn how we can preserve our culture, how we can own our culture, and how we can sell our culture to the world as the superior culture. So that's what I'm looking forward to at this symposium.
All right, thank you.
Hi there, my name is Francis Biarhanga. I'm the co-lead KTA Annual Symposium. I collaborate with a colleague of mine named Daphne to organize and coordinate the symposium.
Okay, thanks. And what do you do day to day at KTA Advocates?
My day-to-day tasks is to ensure that everything that is supposed to be aligned in preparation of the symposium is in place, and that involves things like reaching out to speakers, reaching out to guests, ensuring that our service providers are aligned, coordinating with the team from Ethos that is doing our events management, and ensuring that the partners at the farm as well as the public is in sync as we gear up towards the symposium.
Okay, sounds like you're the right person to ask a quick trivia question. In 10 seconds, can you tell me at least 3 sponsors or partners of this year's symposium?
For this year's symposium, we have our biggest partner, who is CAS, that is Conrad Adeniwa Stiftang. Then we have Uganda Communications Commission, then KCB. I could add more if you will.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have allowed. So if I'd like to attend the symposium online, how can I do that?
All right, so we have an official website for the symposium, which is www.symposium-iptech.com. If the website is a bit hard for you, you can also find the link of the website in our social media posts. Look up on X, that is at KTA Annual Symposium, on Instagram, KTA Annual Symposium, and as well as LinkedIn, KTA Annual Symposium.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. I have one more question for you. I would love to know, as someone who is actually part of the organization and coordination of this event, what are you looking forward to the most?
We're putting a lot of hard work into organizing this symposium, so I'm looking forward to ensuring that all speakers that have committed to attending actually will be there for the event. I cannot wait to see the bustling discussions that are going to be happening across the 3 days and ensuring that the objectives of this symposium are actually achieved. Furthermore, I'm really looking forward to a very huge audience online. So all of you out there, we encourage you to participate, register, and ensure that you look out for the D-date. That's 23rd to 25th of October 2024. If you are a creator in any domain, that is in the creative industry, in technology, and even if you are a curator in the culture space in Uganda, you are the right person to actually attend this symposium. So, and if you're a beneficiary of the works of these people, we look out for you to attend as well.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. I noticed that this year's KTA Symposium is happening at 3 different locations. Why is that?
Okay, the reason is because we're focusing on innovation and cultural heritage. We decided to have the KTA Annual Symposium happen at innovation hubs. So day one is at Makerere Unipod, which is a budding innovation space where students at Makerere come up with different emerging technologies and test them in those labs. And day two is at MCI Hub, which has been a hub for unique and innovative creatives in the journalists and media content creation space. So they curate content that is quite unique, informative and engaging. And we decided to partner with them because we're having a conversation about the creative industry in Uganda. And on day three, we are at Makao Kwetu, which is a company that is the front runner when it comes to sustainable real estate. So they use sustainable materials, sustainable design, and this will also enable us enhance the conversations around our cultural heritage, utilizing indigenous materials in the building process. Thank you.